Hi everyone, I'm Sam Shelley. My friends call me the Miracle Man. I have really no idea what I'm going to say here. I'm just going to share my story just a little bit, tell you how I got out of that for my new channel, my new website that's coming, Sam the Miracle Man, and helping people to see that they are alive. If you are alive, there's infinite hope, there's infinite possibilities. So my own life, I was filled with pain and suffering. At 6 years old, I was nearly killed by a van who ran over me. In my 20s, I was bipolar and had to be hospitalized a few times so I did not kill myself. Then I was dealing with chronic migraines, psoriasis on about a third of my body, and the psoriasis gets into the joints and that's psoriatic arthritis. Then at the age of 37, I lost the ability to walk. Just had a bad migraine one day, 3 days later I just could not walk. I had the pins and needles on the left side, lost all coordination. I was a real mess at my life. By age 37, I was a mess with 5 incurable diseases. Until I have nothing, that I am a medical miracle, that miracles happen. And a miracle is simply a welcomed event that can't be explained by natural or scientific laws and therefore is attributed to a divine authority. I'm getting to see how we tap into the divine authority, that place within us. There is a divine authority within us. So what happened to me was, I was in 2011, I heard a voice say, perfect spirit. I'm like, that's it. My spirit is perfect. It's simply the mind and body that are damaged. Then I just simply knew that all was well and all sense of fear went away. I just knew all my health issues were over at that point. And by the end of 2012, November 2012, I had no more signs of disease. No longer needed my team of 6 doctors, no longer needed my 13 medications, no longer needed my walker, my cane, none of that. All that was simply gone. Just by hearing that voice say, perfect spirit. So exactly what happened? How did I get to hear that voice say, perfect spirit? What I was realizing, because I had a simple practice of relaxation, because you told my body to meditate, my bipolar OCD brain would have been fixed in all the rules of meditation, that you need to sit a certain way, that you need to breathe, that you need to hold your hands a certain way. I did none of that. I simply sat there. And if the mind got into the story, I would just come back into this moment. And the mind would grow to quieter and quieter over time. And by 3 months, doing 15 minutes twice a day roughly, one evening after meditation or practice, I really want to get away from the word meditation, but more of the practice, was I simply heard a voice say, perfect spirit. And that was it. Because what I was realizing that this is all head trash. All those mental stories. It's not trivial by saying it's head trash, because it is really garbage. But it's a very destructive force, very powerful destructive force. From that darkness of the mind, I nearly killed myself twice. And all the stories. I was always in a state of fear, like what else is going to go wrong? I had terrible social anxiety, panic attacks, always fearful of what is coming next. But I see this was the mind future guessing, that it was lost up here in the head trash. So one of my gifts today is I can clear this head trash. I can't really explain it. I just drop into this deep space and I just channel this energy that just comes through, and it takes like sort of an eraser, like the delete button to all that garbage in there. And so the recipe of the miracles is ditch the head trash and surrender to our perfect spirit, surrender to the soul. And that is the birthplace of miracles, because that perfect spirit is our divine authority. And if this is yammering away and you believe this is our truth, it blocks us from hearing this voice, to realize this inner voice comes first and the head trash comes second. If we can learn to clear that and just hear this voice, trust this voice, and it comes through in different ways for people. For me, it was actually hearing a voice. For some, it's just a state of knowing that I need to go do this, I need to go do that. Others may have some signs around them. If they slow down and pause, they can see how their spiritual team, if you will, is trying to guide them, support them on their journey. Or maybe it's a song that you hear and it just triggers something. There's all sorts of ways. But to realize that you live in this body, you know what's best for you. The spirit knows what's best. This is guessing what's best. This garbage, this head trash, this noise. So you can find me over my new website, Sam the Miracle Man, samthemiracleman.com. And I do free head trash assessments to see where your blocks are and to see if working with me makes sense to clear this head trash. Or perhaps you would prefer a group setting. I have that as well, where every week we have a different theme to clear out the head trash, whether it's on health, whether it's on money, abundance, jobs, relationships, that this comes in 1,001 different flavors. So I just do different themes each week in my groups, the head trash clearing sessions, group-wise. I also do full and new moon meditations. And the only thing I do in the group, too, that's a little bit different, too, I also pull cards. I never had a spiritual teacher. It's just one of these things that just came to me. Once this goes out of the mind, once we get out of the mind, we realize all of our divine gifts are right here. Because we are always connected to the universe, the source, all that is, God, whatever resonates with you. And that's perfect because you live in your body. Ultimately, you know your recipe. You may not be able to hear it, to know your purpose here, because this has you lost, confused, this mental garbage. So I love to answer questions for you on this channel. Hopefully I can create 1 to 2 videos a week, maybe more. If the demand is there, then perhaps weekly, daily, just taking questions from you that I lived in pain for 40 years. And I've been disease-free now for going on 6 years with no medicine, no nothing. Just getting more clarity, more insights into the destructive nature of this, and allow my gifts to become stronger and stronger, if you will, of helping people clear this nonsense so they can really live the life that they want. If you go to Sam the Miracle Man, send me a message. I'll send you a copy of my book, I Don't Dwell, because the publisher went out of business, so now I just send the e-copy to anyone that wants it. It basically shares my story of reversing 5 incurable diseases. The first 2 chapters were just on my personal story. The rest of the book is, how to get rid of this nonsense. So if you want to do it more yourself, you can do it that way too. And you can just check this channel for all these videos that I will have here, my website, to see where I'm going to be. That I'm on Meetup, that I'm moving to New York City, hopefully by the summer of 2018. That'll be in Astoria. I was walking around the town as Sam the Miracle Man. My ultimate goal is to walk into hospitals. I spent so much time in hospitals. They always give you the worst case news, but they tell you that hope for the best. But the way the mind works, it clings to the worst case news, and it gets really self-defeating. So I really want to go into hospitals and share a message of hope. Yes, I've been in your shoes. I've been in that hospital bed for way too long. When I was hit by the car at 6 years old, spending a year in a hospital, 6 months in rehab, with multiple sclerosis, spending months in the hospital when I lost the ability to walk, being institutionalized, if you will, from the bipolar, that I spent way too much time in the hospital. And I really want to inspire people to be this minister of hope, that you are alive. There's infinite possibilities and potentials if you learn to trust your own inner voice and not get lost in the nonsense up here and getting lost in the nonsense from other people as well. That we have to accept the diagnosis, but not the prognosis, because ultimately we don't know what's going to happen. We just know one step at a time, and that there is a way out of here. So you can see me over at samthemiracleman.com. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me around. I make myself available to everyone. That living in pain, suffering is absolutely no fun whatsoever. And I lived in that state for nearly 40 years. But today, no medicine, no nothing. Because I tapped into my perfect spirit. So my ultimate goal is to help you tap into your perfect spirit. To find your own recipe forward. That it's not one size fits all. That even identical twins have different thought processes, different recipes. Because their experience is different. Their perspective is different. No one sees through their eyes except their perfect spirit. To realize that you had all these different bodies throughout your life. But the one who sees through your eyes never changed. That is your divine authority. That is your perfect spirit. Well, thanks for watching. I was hoping to make this a quick video. It went a little bit longer, but I just want to share my truth with you that you're alive. There is always hope. Always hope. So reach out to me, send me your questions, and let's do these videos as frequently as needed to give you those instructions, if you will, to get rid of this chatter so you can only dive into your own truth, your own way forward. Because ultimately you live in this body. Alright, I'm Sam, the Miracle Man. Take care. Bye-bye.